Hey, what's up guys? Rob here. Welcome back to a brand new ranking video. I stated that after I reviewed all 5 of the Rambo films that I was going to rank them from worst to best. Of course, I wanted to wait until Last Blood came out, and I saw the movie, loved it. Go check out my review if you haven't seen it yet. I had a lot of fun reviewing the Rambo films. Definitely one of my favorite franchises. And I can say right now that I love all 5 of them. So, in this ranking video, because I put one in last place does not mean that I love it any less. I love all 5. And I know the newest movie is getting some hate, and some undeserved hate. I think the movie did its job. It was entertaining. Go check out my review. I pretty much defend the movie. I don't agree with what critics are saying, but anyway, I love all 5. And all of them are unique in their own way. My number 1 choice is probably easy to figure out because I've said it time and time again what my favorite one is, but we'll get to that. Anyway, yeah, go check out my reviews if you have not seen them yet. Of course, I didn't go in depth on Last Blood because it's still new and fresh. Still in theaters, so I didn't spoil anything. But the other ones I went in depth with. So, gonna review the Rambo films from worst to best, just my opinion. So let's get started. Coming in at number 5 is Rambo Last Blood. And like I said, because this is ranked last, does not mean that I don't love it. I love all 5 of the Rambo films, so it's not really saying much. Rambo Last Blood was awesome. It was entertaining. It packed a punch. I mean, it was gory. I like the story. Rambo's up there in age. I don't expect him to go out in the jungle and grab a huge machine gun off a helicopter and mow people down. I mean, I would enjoy seeing that, but I can tell why, what they were trying to do. They were keeping this movie grounded. It's very different from the other ones, and that's fine. Different doesn't always mean good, but, I think it was a nice change, so to say. So that comes in at number 5 is Rambo Last Blood. Coming in at number 4 for me is Rambo 3. An underrated action gem. I stated in my review that I did not like this film back in the day. When I was younger, I just didn't really care for it. The Afghanistan setting and all that stuff. But I really, really like this movie. Now, I have a lot more respect for it. Rambo was jacked and ripped in this movie. He goes to save Richard Crenna. And yeah, really, really cool action film, for sure. Coming in at number 3, and I just watched the extended cut, Rambo. And the extended cut is actually called John Rambo. The title sequence is John Rambo. But this movie, came out in 2008, blew me away. This is a fantastic film. I love it. It's everything about it. It is crazy gory, violent, a lot of action. And another thing, people who are complaining about Rambo Last Blood not having that much action until the 3rd act, what the hell do you think this is? Rambo, let's see, before the 3rd act happens, he shoots a gun killing some Burmese pirates, right? And that happens, what, at the latter end of the 1st act, maybe beginning of 2nd act. Then he shoots his bow and arrow, killing some soldiers, and that's all we see him do until the 3rd act starts, where there's this big, after the rescue mission, they go into the village at night and then they're on the run, and then there's that huge battle. What's the difference? In the newest Rambo, he goes in, he kills people with hammers, with knives, and he kills people here and there. in the second act, and then the third act, of course, is the big finale. I mean, it's big action set piece. It's the same as this. That's why I don't understand some of these reviews I've seen with Rambo Last Blood. Oh, nothing happens in the first and second act. What? What? I don't know what movie people are watching, but anyway. That comes in at number 3. Number 2, this would probably be most people's favorite, and it's a damn good movie. It is awesome, and I love every single minute of it, and it is First Blood. This is where it all started right here. What can I say? It has elements of drama, let's see, like it's like a thriller, action, like all that. And the reason why you know, I didn't put this at number 1 is because my number 1 choice is the quintessential Rambo film. I always say that. When I think of Rambo, I think of him as a one-man army that mows down people and doesn't give a shit. You know, he is the best at what he does. In this movie, I felt like it was more survival than anything. I mean, he was going against cops, and it's like he played around, he set traps. They sent the dogs after him. He could have killed a lot of people if he wanted to, but the fact that he didn't, it's like he held back, and he had good reason to, yes, but I want to see Rambo do his thing. You know, he's the best for a reason, okay, and I want to see what that reason is. I want to see him do that, and, you know, I felt in this movie we didn't get to see that. I mean, yeah, the third act, he took a couple army guys out, you know, in the trucks or whatever, and then he went into the town and started destroying the town pretty much. But he's capable of more than that. And we see that in the sequels. But anyway, fantastic film though. Brian Dennehy, Richard Crenna, and Stallone all carried this film. So, my number 1 favorite Rambo film is no surprise, and that is Rambo First Blood Part 2. This is what I call a Rambo film. Stallone was jacked up in this. He's a one-man army. He fights against an army all by himself. I mean, he has a partner, this girl, who helps him out, but, you know, something happens to her, so then he has to go it alone. And you just don't want to mess with him in this movie. He just goes nuts, and he uses all his skills, whether it's the bow and arrow, machine gun, knife, sets traps. He does it all in this movie, and that's what I wanted to see. I want to see him do his thing. You know how Colonel Troutman's like, Rambo's the best. You know, he's good at setting traps, using weapons to eat things that make a Billy Goat puke. To kill. Period. You know, that's what he does here. That's why I think this is my favorite Rambo film. I enjoy this one. It's just action-packed. Yeah, it's awesome. So that is my favorite, Rambo First Blood Part 2. Quick recap. Coming in at number 5, number 5 is Rambo Last Blood. Coming in at number 4 is, of course, Rambo 3. Coming in at number 3 is Rambo 2008. 2 is First Blood, and 1, Rambo First Blood Part 2. So, just my opinion. That's my list. That's my ranking for worst to best of the Rambo series. If you want to list your worst to best or best to worst of the Rambo films down in the comments, please do. Or if you want to make a video response of your ranking of the Rambo films, I'd love to hear it and love to see your video. But yeah. Thanks for watching this. Really quick before I shut this off, I want to address the Child's Play thing. Look, I did the review. I think I made some people mad, and that was not my intention. I didn't make the video to piss people off. I was sort of ranting on the movie because it pissed me off. The movie pissed me off. I didn't like it. But the problem I had with my review is that I ranted most of the time, and I didn't give a thorough, proper review on why I ranted on why I didn't like it, but I wanted to talk about specifics and you know, kind of like the backstory of what this movie is. So I spent most of the time, like 20 minutes ranting, and I do apologize for that. That's not, you know, I've done that style before, and it just doesn't go anywhere. My channel, I've always been honest. I've always been honest about how I feel about a movie. I give every movie a chance no matter what. If it looks stupid, I will give it a chance, and I might change my mind. The thing is, I saw Child's Play, and I was just really, really offended by what they did. They could have called the movie something else. They could have come up with their own story and had the same kind of format or layout that they had with the doll and the fact that it kills people. But, I mean, I was just trying to be honest. You know, they were banking on the name. That's what they did. It had nothing to do with Child's Play. That's why I don't know why they went that route. But anyway, I'm going to be doing the review over, and I'm going to be going in depth about certain things about the film, like I do with other movies. You know, like the Rambo series, I went in depth on a lot of things. I'm going to actually give you guys a review, okay? So I do apologize for that. I wasn't happy with it. I wasn't happy with the way I did it. So I didn't mean to offend anybody or anything like that. So expect maybe a re-review coming up soon. So I just thought I would address that. I didn't want to really make a separate video of it. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this ranking. Stay tuned for more ranking videos, and also my next series marathon is going to be the Terminator films, and I'm really gonna enjoy ripping, you know, at least one of them apart. So yeah, that's my next series. Stay tuned, and hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe for more content, and Rob signing off. See you next time.